Alrighty, testing, 1, 2, 3. We are live, I believe. So thank you for joining us here in a very short notice here. Just something I threw together at the last minute and decided to go ahead and give everyone another sneak peek behind the curtain here on Tigers on the Hunt, which is going to be released February 25th. So tonight we're going to just take a look at creating a brand new scenario, creating a brand new map for the scenario, and showing everybody how easy and nice this editor is to use to make the scenarios of your dreams. So thanks everyone for joining us, and if you were unable to make it tonight on such short notice, be sure to look for our past videos here on my channel, which of course is Twitch TV/ID Jester, and you can watch it there. Of course, hopefully we'll get this posted on other sites as well, so be sure to check the Matrix Games forums for information on where to find this video. Alright, well, let's get right to it here, and I've already got something in mind that I'm going to create for tonight. Of course, Tigers on the Hunt is being developed by Silicon Soft Systems and being published by Matrix Games and of course Slytherin. So good credit to go out to all those fine folks out there for giving me a pre-release build here. Again, this is not a final release build I'm using, so some things may be changed, altered, deleted, added afterwards. So here we are. We are in the editor, and as you can see, it just defaults to one map board. We can go up to our attributes, and I can show you guys that we can have up to 3 map boards in a row here, so you can see here, and I'm sorry, in a column. So up to 3 map boards in a column, and you can actually have up to 4 map boards in a row, so you can have a total of 12 map boards. For this one, we are just going to be making a 1x1 sector, and what I'm going to be doing for you guys right here tonight really quickly is we're going to start from basically nothing, as you can see right here, and we're going to be making a Normandy beach landing, June 6, 1944. The Allies have arrived on the beaches of Omaha and have become under fire from the Germans. So let's do it. So here's our blank map board. All we're going to do is come up here, and the first thing we're going to do is start off by adding some hills, and we're going to click on the little paintbrush. So basically there are 2 modes in this. There is scenario mode, where you're going to be adding and subtracting things from a scenario, and then there is paint mode, which is the mode you're going to use to alter and change your map boards. So we are going to be putting in some level 1 hills. So obviously the Americans are going to be on this side. They're going to have to come across. Actually, you know what I'm thinking is, I could make this too wide. Now, is that going to be too wide for the Americans to get across all that open ground? Oof. That's we don't want them to be too close. So yeah, I think we will actually use 2 map boards here and alter what we've started here, because of course we want to make it extremely difficult for the Americans to get across the beach. Alright, so let's start up. So the Americans are all going to be here on the beach, and they've got to come across the beach to get to the hills here. So we're going to start putting in some level 1 hills here, just something like this. And what's great about this editor is we can alter and change anything we like, anytime we like, which is awesome. Oh yes, I know that, thank you. Alright, so there's our level 1 hills. So the Americans are going to be coming across the beach. They've got this Fortress Europa over here that they've got to break through and try to secure here. So it is only 1 map board deep, but it is going to be 2 wide. That way, if the Americans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they can move about halfway up another turn. It's going to take them several turns just to get up to the wall. That's what I want. I don't want them to be able to just one easy step across the beach. Alright, now we're going to actually add up some level 2 hills. The rest of this is going to be level 2 hill behind that. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple emplacements here where the German machine gun bunkers and nests are going to be. These are going to be on a level 2 hill as well. So a little jut out there. We'll have another one kind of here, I think. And let's see here. Another one here. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3. Let's make it an even 4 huge defensive bunkers that are going to have some really nasty German machine guns in. So if anybody has any questions about Tigers in the Hunt, about the editor, about anything, let me know, and I'll be sure to answer these questions. Right now I'm just kind of filling in level 2 terrain. Looks like we actually have Alright, so there's level 2, there's a level 2, there's level 2. Okay. Alright, so this is the bottom edge of the map. Here we go. Just have to fill in. Oh, yes, we are doing level 2. Okay, wanted to make sure I didn't mess up there. There we go. It's just going to be a little quick fest here for a little bit as I fill in the rest of this. So obviously we have to have some level 1 hills for the Americans to be able to climb up, and then hopefully from there assault into some of these locations that we're going to build behind it. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is, let's go to level 1 hill. We'll have a couple, so you can see that this hill is level 2, this is all level 1, this will be level 2. Alright, looks good. Alright, so we'll find a location maybe here where the level 1 hill is a little bit easier to get up, and we'll put a couple maybe down here in the south, and one out like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, so now what we need to do here is find us a nice stone building from this position right here that looks like a nice fortified bunker location. So let's see if we can find something that looks pretty good, although it's got that little, I wish it was straight up and down. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, look at that. That looks like fortified bunker right there. Alright, so bam, put that one there, put that one there, put that one there, put that one there. Excellent. Okay, so from there we're going to go into our objects, and we're going to use the fortified building location object and click on these buildings. You will now know these are fortified locations, so they're going to be extra hard to get. Alright, so now what we need is trench. So basically the Germans have built a trench line all the way across up at the top of the hill where all the rest of the units can sit back and fire on the beach locations. There we go. That looks pretty good. All the way up and down the beach line. It already looks pretty scary if you're coming across, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Alright, so great. So it looks like they have a little bit too close there. There's these 3 are kind of there, and then there's just one down at the bottom. So what I'm actually going to do is to replace anything, basically all I have to do is just click on it again and get rid of it. And what we're going to do is a level 2 hill, and I'm just trying to do something like that. There we go. And now we'll go back to adding our thing in there. We'll change this back to level 1 hill. See how easy that was? And of course we'll get rid of this fortified position. I'll only be placing a building hex. I know that. I'm just trying to get rid of the other one. Let's see if we can. Just put a level hill, one hill. All right. Let's go to fortified building and click on that. There we go. So we got a couple. There we go. All right. So let me see if I have to click. Nope. I'm just trying to get rid of that little F. Doesn't look like. Maybe what I have to do is actually put a building back here and then get rid of that little F. There we go. Ah, see? Genius. There we go. And then get rid of the building. There we go. So got a little jet out there. Beautiful. Excellent. Wonderful. Oh, yes. The other thing we want to do is actually go with some of these are right on the coastline. So they're coming up and they're going to be a level 2 hill right there, standing there right in their face. That's going to be extremely hard for the Americans, obviously. So we're going to give them lots and lots of units, just like they had on Omaha Beach. Overwhelming forces. Of course, there's going to be a lot of death and destruction along the way, but hopefully they will be able to secure the locations. So now we need some roads here. Question. Are we going to put paved roads or should we put dirt roads? What do you think they had on the beaches of Omaha on D-Day? Would they? Probably, I'm thinking a dirt road. What do you guys think? Anyone? Let's just... What are we going to do here? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to have like a kind of a road that kind of meanders down across here, and then a couple branches that come out where they can come and come into their fortified locations there. Thanks for joining us. I know it's late notice. I apologize for that. I kind of just... Dirt sounds good. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. I'm going to use dirt. So, again, if you guys have any suggestions for me as we build this module, if you're joining us late, we're going to be creating obviously, a scenario here where the Americans are storming the beach of Omaha, and hopefully we can get this done. Map built, creation, most of the process done in just an hour or a little bit more than that. It's very easy, very quick to use, and you can see right now I'm just kind of not doing anything fancy with the road. Normally I would spend some time and kind of have it meander along, but for right now, just for simplicity's sakes, I don't want to spend a lot of time just building a road for you guys. And so let's just... Oh, that's not the right one. Let's go a little like that. And we can change the roads up afterwards. Alright, I'm going to have it kind of go back this way. Oh, and then come back this way. And you don't have to worry about if you mess up. Click on something, you can just... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want... you know what? Let's do this one, and we'll have a road that kind of goes off. There we go. Just to kind of break up the map a little bit. Like I said, I normally spend a lot of time, building the road networks and stuff, but I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit more about how to create things. And all right, so now we've got this nice trench line that goes up. Let's try to have at least some of the roads connecting out of here. This one, for whatever reason, kind of turns this way, and then, then comes back this way. Nope, we'll have it go this way first, and then back the other way, like that. Nope, that's not what I want. So like that, there we go. And then this road here, we're going to have it make a sharp little turn. Let's see if we can find there we go, we can do something like that. And then we'll do something like that. There we go. And then we're going to do something like this. And so something off like this. There we go. And There we go, something like that. We can just get rid of that extra piece like that. Have this one come back the other way. That way it looks like it's actually a place. It's not just thrown together really quickly. We want it to look professionally done, right? Nope, that's not the right one. Let's just look at the straight. There we go. And there we go. So we're doing that pretty good. Okay, now we need a looks like a three-prong piece here. Looks something like, nope. I know which one it is. There it is. There we go. And then last but not least, something like there we go. Alright, so bottom half looks a little bit better than the north half. We could spend some more time up there. But let's just go ahead and just finish up the roads so we know basically where, you know, I don't like all of them coming straight up like that. It just bugs me. So we'll have this one kind of meandering like this. There we go. And then we need a piece that looks like that. Nope. Almost had it. Nope. Get there. Nope. Where is it? Come on. I know you're there. There. Oh, so close. There we go. Whew. Took us a while to figure that one out. Alright, so this one is an all-lefter. Ooh, I don't even know if I've ever seen that piece before. Let's see. It's got to come in from the left. It's got to have the piece there. Alright, so what I'll do is, I might even change out that piece. Let's do something like, ooh, that would be kind of interesting. Nope, it's not quite what I wanted. That's not quite what I wanted either. Nope, can't use that one. Alright, we'll do that, and then what we'll do is we'll have this road come around like that. And then we'll bring it back into place here with this piece. Nope. We just need a straight. Alright, we'll just put a straight in there. There we go. And then we can use a this one, that one, this one, that one. There we go. Alright, so that looks a little bit better already. There we go. Excellent. So thanks for joining us. If you're joining us a little bit late, we are making a Omaha beach scenario. Americans will be over here. It is 2 map boards wide and 1 map board deep. So you can see this is the bottom edge. This is the top edge. Americans are going to be starting right against the edge. They're going to have to come all the way across the beach, obviously, and hopefully survive an onslaught by the Germans. So let's show you how to add a few things in here. Let's see. Let's finish up a little bit over here. We'll put some woods. Oh, that's not the right one. We want to use the woods level 2 because anytime we're on a level 2, there we go. It'll match much better. Look much cooler. Here we go. Alright, very good. Looking rather well there. Alright, and now of course we are going to have shell holes everywhere, including out here on the beach. We got the Germans bombing, we got the Americans bombing. I mean, everybody wants a piece of somebody. So we'll just basically cause massive chaos and confusion here. Alright, so that looks pretty good. What do you think? Pretty good? Alright, now what I've decided to do was use some crags, which kind of look like emplacements and stuff. So about halfway up the beach line, we'll just throw some defensive structures in that the Germans built to help secure the bridge. Oop. Alright, and there we go. Looks good. All right. And also, what I'm actually going to do is, because I think that as the Americans came across the beach, the beach wasn't completely flat from what I understand. I've been to actually Normandy Beach, but that was like 60 years later. There was some rises and some hills in there. So what I'm going to actually do is put in just a couple little trench lines, and what these trench lines basically represent is the fact that they can get here and kind of get down behind a little bluff there. Like a rise of a little bit of sand that caused some issues there. So we're just going to kind of put a few of these across the beach line like that. And if anybody has any thoughts about whether that is accurate or inaccurate, let me know. Again, what these just represent is this are kind of coming up. There's like, maybe this ground is a little bit higher here, so the Germans didn't have as good opportunity to shoot at them, and that way the Americans can kind of use these different positions in the beach to kind of hunker down a little bit and hide behind and kind of rest and recuperate and hopefully try to recover some morale or whatever the situation might be. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do there. Now, shell holes. Do we have enough shell holes? Add one right there, and maybe a couple, a little bit right on the. We want it to look completely random because we don't want it to be like a set pattern or anything. Anyways, if you're joining us late, this is Tigers on the Hunt. We're looking at creating us a scenario. We have almost. Yes, I know what we're doing. We are missing some nice buildings up here. That. Now, would they be wood buildings or do you think they would be stone buildings? I know they reinforced bunkers. I've seen the bunkers. I've actually walked through the bunkers. And I'm trying to remember if there was other stone buildings around that location or if they were more wood buildings. I think they would be stone. So let's add a few extra stone buildings in. Because these are going to be the locations the Americans obviously are going to try to get to. Put one like that. Beautiful. Put one like that. And let's see. Something that looks kind of headquarters-ish. That looks like a headquarter building, doesn't it? All right. So there we go. In about 20-25 minutes, we've created a map here for our scenario, just like that. Now, of course, I could export these into my map folder. The only problem is because these maps have been specifically built for this scenario, they're obviously not going to line up with any of the other maps. So you'd have an issue with that. So I'm actually not going to save these maps as a actual map file to use again for another scenario. But what I will do is I will save this scenario, and it'll save these map boards in that scenario. So one thing before we get moving here is scenario attributes here. There we go. Omaha Beach. 6 June 1944. There we go. Right now I'm thinking about, I don't know, 10, 12 turns. It's not going to take them that long to get there, obviously, but the problem is if they just try to run over there, they are going to get mowed down like nobody's business, I guess. I don't know. I guess. We'll go 9 and we'll see from there. Alright, day visibility. Yeah, we're just going to leave it on unlimited. I mean, they should be able to shoot across the beach there. So obviously we want to switch to the Americans. They are advancing. The Germans are holding their positions, and we're going to actually give both sides OBA because the Germans are using their 88 millimeter and we'll give them 80 millimeter mortar. call in, and we're also going to call in 120 millimeter big guns onto the beach. The Americans, of course, they had their battleships, so we're going to be pulling in some serious. We'll go with 100 millimeter, and we're also going to go with a 150 millimeter. Again, I'm not a expert on the actual, the guns, how many bullets they held, and all that information, and what their capabilities are. So I'm just kind of winging it at this point. You know what? Let's go with 120, and we'll go with 100 millimeter there, and we'll go with 100 millimeter, and we'll go with 150. That sounds pretty good. All right, and of course we're going to change our date to June 6, 1944. We're not going to have a variable end. In fact, yes, we won't. No, but what we will do is only have the Americans go on the last turn. So they have one last ditch to grab those locations, and they don't have to worry about the Germans' last turn just trying to steal them back at the last minute. So there we go. So the Americans know they get to go last. They get to go first, and they get to go last. So they have a advantage there. So the Russian side no longer is going to be used. We're going to remove all that stuff, which is fine. And there we go, because we don't actually have any Russian things already in this scenario. So I'm going to, right now I'm going to file, save as. I'm going to go to my Matrix Games folder, Tigers on the Hunt. I'm going to go to Scenarios, and we're going to name this Omaha Beach. And we're going to save it. So now, if I was to actually edit out of this editor, poof, just like that, oh my god, everything's gone. Nope. I'll just go back into the editor, go to File, go to Open, and in this case I will scroll down to Omaha Beach, open it up, and you can see all of our information is still there. Whew, thank God for that. Okay, so looks like we're missing something right here. A nice building, a nice wonderful little building. Let's see here. Let's use, oh, we got to go in paint mode, forget. If you ever click on something and it never happens, it doesn't do anything, make sure you got your paintbrush selected. There we go. Alright, now I would get a little bit fancier with these roads. Actually, what I would do with this one is kind of branch it off this way and have multiple paths in there. Alright, what do you guys think? What do you think of that map board right there? So, the beach does seem pretty wide, but I don't know. I didn't want to make it too narrow. We can't put like, oh yes, you know what we can do? Huh. I can actually, poof doo doo. Here is the actual water. Silly me, what was I thinking? Yes, I know. No, I know you can't put water there. There we go. So we got a nice water. There we go. And just a few little locations where it comes in a little bit closer. There we go. What do you think of that? That looks a little bit better. It looks like that. Alright, so let's get some busyness on some units here. Alright, so first thing first, we want to switch out of paint mode. It's easier if you're not in paint mode. We're going to click on our Germans. So first things first, before we do that, we're going to count our number of bunkers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bunkers. 1, 2, 3, 4 bunkers. Okay? So what we're going to do is create German. We're going to give them a half squad assault engineers or elite. I don't think we want to give them off an SS. Probably elite units there. Obviously turn 1 free placement, and we are going to allow them to be veterans because these guys have been fighting for many years in the war here. So that looks pretty good. And of course now we've got one of them. We need 3 more of them. So instead of making all 3 of them, all we have to do is highlight our unit, come up here to the OOB and click on clone. We want 3 more of them. And whenever you clone a unit, it will take the exact characteristics of the other unit. So in this case, you can see we all have free placement. They're all veterans. And of course, they're all elite squads. What we do to place them on the map is just highlight them so they're in blue. Click Insert Unit on Map. You can see my mouse cursor now looks like a little counter. Isn't that cute? And all I have to do is plop it down on a location. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm giving the half squads the machine guns. There we go. And to assign a machine gun to a unit, all we're going to do is click on it and click on the support weapons, and we are going to give these guys heavy machine guns. And if we scroll up there, you can see the heavy machine gun right there. Same thing with this guy. Heavy machine gun, there we go. And heavy machine gun, where are you? Heavy machine gun, there you go. And one more, heavy machine gun. So there, we got our front lines, squads with the heavy machine guns just ready to light it up. Just looking for some targets. Okay, so obviously we're going to need some more units here in the trenches that are going to be shooting out as well. Some mortar units, all kinds of things here. So what we're going to do here is create us another. We're going to go with elite. Turn 1 free placement. Again, we're going to keep them as veteran. And we're going to highlight them, and we're going to clone them. And we're going to clone 15 of these bad boys. So we got 16 guys. And we're going to just start putting them on the map here. And of course we'll assign different weapons and such to them here in just a few minutes. Put one there. Put one there. Put one there. Oops, gotta hit the button. There you go. Oh, and if I put one in a spot that I don't like, all I have to do is click on it and delete unit from map. Now notice it deleted the unit from the map. It did not delete it completely off my my order of battle. All it did was take it off the map. If I want to actually get rid of a unit, that is a totally different process. Notice the ones that are on the map are bold. The ones that are not in bold means they are not on the map. And so let's just keep going here. Alright, put that guy there. Trying to fill out our ranks. There we go. One last guy. Should we put him up at the top? Yep, put him up at the top. There we go. Looks pretty good. Of course, these guys are all up on the ridge. We'll put a few minor units kind of in the back here. Alright, so now we need some leaders, of course. So again, German, we're going to give them a couple C plus units. So you can see we have different leaders. They go from A, which is the best, to D, which is the worst. Units that don't have a star give the lowest bonus, and then for each star you give a better bonus. So we'll give them a couple leaders that are just normal, and then a couple better leaders. So we'll clone this guy here. Oh, clone. That's not a clone. Let's go ahead and here's how you delete a unit. Boom. We don't want this guy. Thank you. Alright, we want to clone this guy. We'll give him 4 leaders there, 4 C leaders, so they'll have a total of 5. We'll kind of spread these around on the map here. Put one there. Put one in there. Put one in there. Put one down here at the bottom. And we'll put another leader in there. And then we'll have 2 other leaders These will be the C with the star, so they're just slightly better. And since I'm only making one extra, it's just easier instead of cloning it to make another one. Alright, so we've got two better leaders here. We'll give one on the north flank here, probably just say that unit right there. And one kind of on the south flank here, which will give it to him right there. Alright, that looks pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at that. It looks menacing already, just having to run across there. Alright, so we've got some leaders, we've got some squads. Okay, some of the things we have to do for the squads here are give them, say, oh, I don't know, like light machine guns. And we'll choose this guy and give him a light machine gun. Whoop, that's a medium. Alright. And we'll give this guy here a light machine gun. And obviously these are all these guys that were sitting up at the top of the hills with their machine guns just barreling down. So we got one of them there, we got one there, one there, we got one there. Alright, now if we ever wanted to find out which units are doing what, we can just click on a unit and you can see it gives us ID number 18. So all we have to do is find ID number 18, which matches up right there. And then we can say, okay, for that unit we want to give him something special like a let's give him a light mortar. There we go. And maybe this guy right there. Yep. Alright, so he is number 13. So let's find number 13. There we are. For him, we're going to give him a flamethrower in case the Americans get too close to this area. You know what? I'm not liking that so much. I don't think they had flamethrowers as defenses. So let's change that out. So demo charge, medium machine gun, AT rifle, light mortar, radio, and an Panzerfaust radio. I'll give them another light mortar. There we go. Something like that. Alright, now for the back position here, we're going to have to assign a couple leaders as well. So, oops, we're going to give them, we'll give them a couple more C units there. Just two more German C leaders. And these units here, we'll put one commander here. And the other commander, we'll put him up in that building right there. And each of these guys we're going to give a radio to. Right, so they can call in their fire support radio. And again, another radio. There we go. Excellent. And so we've got two more radios, so they'll be able to call in their off-board artillery. We want a couple units in the back that will give them the Waffen SS. There we go. And we're going to make a copy of these guys. They are copy. We're going to give them, we're going to make 4 of these guys. There we go. So of course these are the elite units. They are going to be protecting the commanders. So we've got 2 there. We'll put 2 up here. And the last guy here is going to be protecting this building here because we're now going to have victory points which will determine the outcome of this scenario. So Go to the paintbrush mode. This one here is worth 10 points. It's German held. This one here is worth 5 points. It's German held. This one here is worth 5 points. German held. So we got a 10, a 5, a 5. This one here is worth 10 again. Very important building. So we got a 10, a 5, a 5, and another 10. There we go. So 25 or 10, 20, 30 points worth of victory points for this scenario. And then we can go into victory conditions here. Germans have a major victory if they hold 30. Minor if they hold 20. 15's a tie. 10 or less. And major defeat 5 or less. Americans, same thing. 30. 20. A draw if they only get 15. Minor defeat if they have 10. And 5. So of course you can change this however you like. Sometimes you might want to give the attacker, they only need to accomplish certain things. But in this scenario, I think what we want to do is the Americans need to really secure the whole beachhead if possible. And that is a major victory. So if they can't quite accomplish that, then maybe they can get a minor victory out of everything. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the Americans. Before we do that, actually, we want to file, and we want to save it again. We know we saved it once, so it'll just overwrite the other file. So anytime you make a lot of changes to the game, make sure you save it often in case you have an issue where your computer crashes or whatever. So save often is what we like to say. Alright, so now Americans. So of course we got some first lines coming in, and these guys are they're just average. Okay, they haven't seen much combat. This is, these are, I would almost go with inexpert, but since they are first line, we are going to give them some second line. So actually, I'm going to give them some greens and some second lines here. Maybe just a couple first lines. So the main groups are going to be second line, which are going to be average. Alright, and for those guys, we're going to copy a whole bunch of them. Clone. We're going to copy 20 of them. And there they are. And highlight it again. Clone unit. And 19. So we're going to have a total of 40 of these units to place on the map. So yeah, this scenario could take a while to play because you're going to have a lot of units to pretty much use. It's going to take me a little while, obviously, to put that many units on the map. But normally you're not going to be creating a scenario with, let's see, how many units did we put? With 40 American and like 30 German so far. So that's, that's 70 units right there. So this is a pretty big scenario. This could take you several hours to play, at least several hours to play. I'm thinking probably closer to 3 or 4 hours to play. It's going to take us a lot less time to build it than it is to play it. I know that, because the wonderful editor is so easy to use. Alright. Alright, so we are just in the process of, obviously, just loading up the beach with Americans here. And I'm trying to do it pretty evenly here. That's why it's taking me a little bit longer. So, June 6, 1944, this is Omaha beach scenario. If you're joining us late, of course, this is Tigers on the Hunt. Sorry for the late notice on the post on the Matrix forums. But for those of you who missed this during the live stream, you can, of course, watch it afterwards. And hopefully you will be able to see what we've done here in the editor. There we go. Alright, so now it's just a matter of really finishing this scenario. I think all we need to do is maybe fine-tune our map just a little bit better. You know, add maybe a couple little roads here and there that kind of move and jot around. Probably something in here, and maybe, like I said, maybe have this road split off this way and this way. But besides that, I mean, it looks pretty good besides that. And then, of course, we just have to place our Americans on here, put our leaders on here, give them some weapons, just like we did with the Germans. And then, of course, assign some radios to our leaders so they can call in their off-board artillery as well. And I think that would pretty much complete this scenario. And we pretty much did that in less than an hour, I believe. So let's see what. Yeah, it's only 9:47. I think we started the stream at 9 o'clock. So it's only taken us about 47 minutes or so once we got to actually start putting units on the map. So yeah, probably about 40 minutes. It would take me probably another, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes to. Oh, is that the northern edge? Okay, so we're getting close to the northern edge. There we go. All right. All we have to do is add in a few more of these units. One there, one there, one there. We'll sprinkle in a couple first line units, some better units. We'll sprinkle in some green units. Then, of course, we'll throw in a few weapons for the Americans, give them a few weapons to use as well, some mortars and some machine guns. There we go. Okay, and American, we're going to go with, so that was second line, we're going to give them greens. And again, all I'm going to do is come down, highlight it, and copy it. And we'll make, we'll give them 9, so that'll give them a total of 10 green units. So obviously these are a little bit less quality units. And we're just going to kind of randomly position these across on our units here as well. There we go. So it's actually a lot of fun to use the editor and create your scenarios and create your maps. I love making maps as well. It really lets you bring your creative juices, let your creative juices flow, which is nice. I got all kinds of different maps. I've got hills, and I've got what do I have? I have some water maps. Let's put one there. Put one there. Oh, they're actually. I actually have them as veterans, huh? Because I did not change that. That's all right. That's all right. We'll have a couple veterans. They're green, but they've been training for a long time, so obviously not quite battle hardened yet, but hopefully at the end of this battle they will be. All right, so we got some green units. Of course, we need some Americans. We need some leaders. We're going to give them leaders with the star to give their guys. We'll give them some season, free placement turn 1, yes. And we're actually going to be giving them cone unit. We're going to give them 11, so they have 12 leaders. Seems like a lot, but they're actually going to have quite a few units. So put one there, and put one in that stack there, and one in that stack there. One in that stack there. Again, I'm kind of making it, you know, I'm not just doing, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because, you know, when they landed on the beaches of Normandy, everybody was in different positions and they thought they were going to arrive, and they come in different waves and such. So I'm just kind of, don't want it to seem too fixed. I want it to be a random thing. Now, of course, we could just let our American player or the computer decide where the units are going to go. That might have been a better idea, because it would have saved me a little bit of time of placement. I wouldn't have had to place all these units on the map. So, something to think about next time I create a scenario with a lot of units in it. Just create a zone, and let's just see how we're doing leader-wise. Alright, we'll give them to that. There we go. Alright. Now, we're just going to kind of click on some random units, and let's give, we'll give this guy medium machine gun. We'll give this guy here flamethrower. We'll give him quite a few units with flamethrowers. We'll give this guy here flamethrower as well. And this guy here, we're going to give him a demo charge. This guy here, we'll give him let's see, 1944 bazooka. That sounds good. This guy here, we're going to give him, let's give him a mortar. There we go. Boom. There we go. And give him another machine gun there. Weapons. Flamethrower. Give this guy a flamethrower. Give this guy here another bazooka. Let's give this guy here. Let's give him a demo charge. Oh, the other thing is, don't forget, we want our Americans. This time we're going to give these guys a B-star unit. And another one, American B-star leader. Both of these guys here are going to have, we'll put him there. And we'll put the other guy on the northern end, or the middle, right here. And each one of these guys is going to get a radio. Don't want to forget that. If you got off-board artillery, you got to make sure your leaders have the radios. There we go. Alright, what else can we do here? First guy, we'll give him a demo charge. Look at this guy. Flamethrower. Let's just look through our lines here. There's a flamethrower. There's a demo. There's another flamethrower, a mortar, a bazooka. That looks pretty good so far. Excellent. Alright. Give this guy here another mortar. A couple more flamethrowers, I think. Flamethrower there. And flamethrower there. Excellent. Give this guy here a demo charge. Give this guy here a demo charge. And then we can click on specific units. So this guy's got a demo charge. This guy here doesn't have anything. That's fine. That guy doesn't have anything. These guys don't have anything, which is fine. Yeah, I think it's pretty spread out. It's not just all one area, but it's not also like, okay, we got to have a bazooka here, we got to have a bazooka here. It's kind of, random, which is why I was just kind of randomly choosing guys out of the blue here. Um, let's give this leader here a radio just in case. So they'll have 3 radios in case something happens. This guy down here, let's add just a couple more. Oops, American. We're going to give them some green units. These guys are going to be really bad, inexperts. These are going to be the guys that are going to be panicking and running for the hills. As soon as they get fired on, we're going to give them 8 of them. Insert on the map. We're going to put that one right there. Again, I'm just kind of randomly choosing spots. Put one there. Put one there. Yes, I know that. Thank you. I'll put one there. And pretty soon we're going to have this whole scenario done pretty much in less than an hour from scratch. So again, the Tigers on the Hunt being developed by Silicon Soft Systems, and we'll put that guy there. Being published by Matrix Games and Slytherin. Be sure to check out their websites to find out all the details about this game. Soon to be released game, by the way, February 25th, full release. Again, I'm just using a pre-release copy of the game, and put that guy there. I think that is everybody. We want to make sure everybody's on the map. If you have anybody that's set up for free placement and they're not on the map, that means they will randomly start in a hex. And we don't want just Germans popping over here, and we don't want Americans popping over here. So again, want to make sure we go File Save. The first time you obviously want to go File Save As, and make sure you're saving it into the right folder. What else do we got? That looks really, really good. I'm kind of happy with that. 1 hour of time, and we've got us a wonderful Normandy scenario here. Omaha Beach. Of course, we could make the other beaches where the British land as well, since we have British units in the game. Obviously, we couldn't use Russians because they weren't there, but of course, we do have the Russian counters in this game as well, and hopefully, if you guys pick this game up and support it, and it does really well, hopefully the developer will add in other countries, France, maybe some minor countries, Romania, Italy, just all kinds of different things that I can see happening with this game. I'm very excited. I've been having a great time doing the editing of the maps and making the scenarios and actually playing the scenarios as well. So if you are interested, we're going to be doing another live stream where we were working on a different scenario, and we're going to go ahead and finish that scenario up, and then we're going to live stream and play it. So hopefully you'll be able to join us with that, and hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a better heads up notice on the day and time that we're going to be doing that. So I know this was kind of short notice tonight, but again, if you missed our live stream, you can at least watch it and get to review it afterwards and still have a chance to see the wonderful Tigers in the Hunt editor. So I think we're pretty much done with this scenario. We've got all the scenario attributes set up. Scenario length, 9 turns. So let's just think about that for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think 9 turns is pretty reasonable. Obviously, I mean, they could just run right over there and be there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns max. But they're going to have to spend a few turns engaging the enemy, obviously. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'd like to playtest this scenario a couple times, and if you're interested in playtesting it as well, leave me a message here on my Twitch channel, and I will send you a copy of this game. And like I said, hopefully you guys will pick this up, Tigers on the Hunt. So there you go. That's it for the live stream tonight. We build us a map from scratch. We build us a scenario from scratch. Pretty quick and easy. And we've got a scenario we're going to be playing. This would probably take 3 or 4 hours to play, I would assume. And I think, actually, you know what? What is our... Okay, our visibility is unlimited. Okay, I just want to make sure that... So we did some OBAs, off-board artilleries for both sides. We also are having side B going in just the last turn. So I think that's pretty much where we need to do it. We might have to adjust the turns up or down. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe 10 turns. I hate to give them... No, we're going to give them 9 turns. We're going to see how it goes and play it out a couple times just to see. The Germans don't have a lot of units here, to tell you the truth. They don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot of units, but they do have the cover, which means they're going to be tougher to get. So once the Americans can get over there, they're going to have the advantage. The problem, obviously, is the Americans need to get over there, and they don't have much cover out here that's going to really help them. So, of course, it'll be interesting to watch all the OBAs coming in and bombing everything. So, I think this will be a great scenario to test out and play. So, again, thanks for joining the live stream. Glad everyone could join. Sorry about the short notice. And be sure to check out my channel. We're going to be live streaming pretty much every day up until the 25th, full release day. So, be sure to stop in and check out when we're going to be live streaming. Some days we'll be doing it in the afternoon. Some days we'll be doing it in the evening, so it just depends on my work schedule and such. But anyways, expect lots of coverage here for Tigers on the Hunt leading up to the wonderful February 25th full release. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.